Hey, howdy, friends. It's Steve Depoe with the Rose Realty Team with this week's Real Estate Live for North Texas. Today, the best suburbs in Denton County. So North Texas, the horizon is shifting, right? In Denton County. Denton County is the fastest growing county in Texas, period. Pay close attention to the suburbs, and there are more neighborhoods that are popping up. They're kind of diverse in terms of the amenities or the style that they offer, and they're becoming sort of a preview of what modern living is going to look like. We have your traditional suburbs. We also have your suburbs that are built like around shopping centers where everything is like within walking distance. So we have a lot of different we have a lot of variety, to offer people moving to the area or upsizing or downsizing or just looking for a new location. So let's get into it. Before we do, as always, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/at moving to Dallas, Texas. You see there on the screen. You'll have access to all of our vlogs and videos that we do on a daily and a weekly and a monthly basis. You'll have access to all of these archived vlogs that I've done, including, and then in addition to that, you'll have access to the house tours, little quick snippets and tidbits on mortgages and market conditions and HOAs and those kinds of things. Okay, so you like, as I always like to say, you'll become the smartest person in your neighborhood when it comes to real estate. People will be asking you questions, and so it's a burden, I know. But you'll get a wealth of knowledge in terms of what real estate is all about and how you can help navigate it. So I hope you do that. YouTube.com/at moving to Dallas, Texas. We thank you for doing that. We appreciate you for watching, and we appreciate you and thank you for supporting not only our business, but our team, the Rose Realty Team. Okay, so first up is Argyle. So Argyle is a semi-rural, has semi-rural charm with upscale homes, top-tier schools. Argyle has some of the best schools in North Texas, and it's also got sort of this equestrian culture. So a large majority of the what do I want to call it? The traditional or existing homes that are there that have been there for a little bit for a while, are typically 5 to 6 to 7,000 or more square feet, built on somewhere between 5 and 10 acres. A lot of horses, fenced-in properties, barns out the back. And they also have a variety of, not only horses, but also sometimes cattle, goats, sheep, those kinds of things. That helps keep down the property taxes due to ag restrictions, not restrictions, but ag exemptions is the word I was looking for. So Argyle is kind of a throwback, you might want to call it, to the sprawling ranches and properties of 100 years ago. Okay. Next up is Lantana. Lantana is a master plan community. It's got resort style amenities. So it's got, several tennis courts. They just put in a pickleball courts. They've got golf. They've got indoor outdoor pools. They got fitness center, walking paths, a lot of walking paths in Lantana, and then different communities. So they built around, the larger homes are over here, the kind of the smaller, more affordable over here. They have, I think, at least two or three schools, with inside the community, which is more and more Texas communities are doing that, is building schools, inside their community to support the families. And again, it's HOA managed, which is a plus and a minus. See my video for that. But it's a HOA managed, so that which means that it keeps the neighborhood nice and clean and there's guidelines, et cetera. Highland Village, Lakeside Serenity. So it's built. Highland Village is on Louisville Lake, so a lot of the houses have a proximity to Lake Louisville. Um, it also has a fairly extensive retail community, so different retail shopping centers, spread throughout Highland Village. Highland Village is sort of upscale. Okay. There's the sort of a newer section where they have newer, more upscale, more modern, more expensive, larger homes. And then they have the traditional home that's maybe 40, 50 years old, very nice, very well maintained, very well kept, sort of like a stately, kind of home. But those are definitely the older community, older types of homes. So it's split, right? But again, it's on Lake Louisville. You get access to the lake for boating and swimming, those kinds of things. Highland Village also has a number of parks throughout the community for to hold family events or just go on in the middle of the day with your kids, those kinds of things. So it's outdoorish kind of community. Corinth is sort of a suburb on the rise. It's affordable, nice homes there. It's an affordable community. There's some newer developments that are cropping up. It's got good proximity to University of North Texas, UNT, and Texas Women's University, TWU. It's also got proximity to the train station, which takes you either to Fort Worth or to Dallas or the airport. So it's got access to that. Okay. It's right off 35E, 35 East. And so for commuting purposes, whether you want to take the train or whether you want to, hop on 35 and, go north or south, it's got access to those thoroughfares. So that's goodness. And then lastly, we're going to talk about Flower Mound. That's where Rose and I first landed, if you will, when we got here to Texas 25 years ago. So there's a lot of so it's Flower Mound is this combination of nature, outdoor stuff. So they've got a lot of parks and preserves and also planned communities. And so they give you space. I haven't, coming from New Jersey, sorry. I frankly didn't. I was amazed at the number of outdoor parks that they have for soccer and baseball and softball and those kinds of things. There's also, I think, within inside of Flower Mound, I think there's 3 golf courses, so it's pretty amazing. There's also a strong commercial, like anchor stores around in some of the shopping centers in the area. So naturally, the kind of those areas you want to sort of avoid around Christmas, around Thanksgiving rather, between Thanksgiving and the end of the year, because there's a lot of shopping that takes place. But there's some really great shops there for your shopping, not only for presents, those kinds of things, but there's several sort of anchor food stores. And they've got some upscale like Fresh Market, and et cetera. And there's also farmers markets that happen all the time. So Flower Mound is really sort of outdoor oriented, if you will. A lot of nature preserves, parks, those kinds of things. So hey, when you come down to it, the Denton County's top suburbs aren't just like responding to growth, they're kind of leading it and shaping it, right? From Argyle's elegance, you may want to call it, to Flower Mounds, of forward-thinking development and outdoor sort of activities. They're sketching what tomorrow is going to look like. They're sketching the blueprint for tomorrow. and you kind of want to be a part of it, right? And help drive that. Infrastructure, as infrastructure changes, they fit right into what these communities have developed for themselves in terms of infrastructure and outdoor activities, et cetera. Hey, look, the best time to get into any of these communities is now, as prices will continue to rise. Get into one of these communities today, where the values are still a little bit lower and they haven't increased. We're expecting a 4 to 5% increase per year for the next 5 years. What does that mean? Any of these houses, a $500,000 house is going to be 625 in 5 years. Can you afford it? Would it be better for you to afford it then? I don't think so. I think now's the time to get into one of these communities and start living your best life, frankly. I hope that they kind of helped you out a little bit, in terms of places, inside of Denton County to call home. Hey, next week we're going to kind of a little bit departure here. We're going to talk about the Dallas Art Museum, or the Dallas Museum of Art. They call it the DMA. So that should be kind of interesting, me talking about art. Then we have a surprise at the end. Anyway, this is Steve. I'm with the Rose Realty Team. Until next time.